Hey guys, it's Kerry Drewery here. I'm the author of the Cell 7 trilogy, and my next book, my latest book, The Last Paper Crane, is out this Thursday. That's the 2nd of April. It's weird times, isn't it, at the minute? I hope you're all keeping safe. And it's a bit weird to be promoting a book when there's more important things in the world going on right now, but also I'd hope that reading is entertaining you somewhat, is offering you some escapism and helping you, giving you another world to delve into and take your mind somewhere else. So The Last Paper Crane is set in Japan. It's part set in Tokyo in present day, and it's part set in Hiroshima at the time of the bomb. So in 1945 the bomb has dropped, and Ichiro promises to take care of his best friend's sister, Keiko. She's only 5 years old. But can he care for her when the city has been destroyed? Can he save her? Can he keep her safe? Yet he makes this promise. And the decisions that he makes then ripple through time, through those years, until in 2018, when he's living with his daughter and his granddaughter, he can't hide those feelings anymore, and he can't hide his guilt. And it's his granddaughter, Mizuki, who decides to help him. She sees that something's wrong and she talks to him. And so I'm going to read you a little bit from it, okay? So here we go. Are you sitting comfortably? We are all stories. Me, my mother, grandmother, my friends. Even you, Grandfather Ichiro. Especially you. I used to think our stories, like our lives, are linear, but I was wrong. They are circles among circles, overlapping, linking together. They ripple across life, but too often they fade from memory. Your story, Grandfather, would have been forgotten, lost, but we saved it, you and I, to ripple across time forever. Okay, a little bit more. We're now at part 1, Japan. My fingers glance over bent spines, blurred words, yellowing pages. Which one? I ask. You choose, Mizuki, Grandfather mutters. I hear his grumpiness. I look up, rows of books across rows of shelves, bowing from their weight into smiles. There is magic in books, I breathe. You told me that, I whisper. He scoffs from his bed behind me. Silliness for children. I sigh. I miss what he was before Grandmother died. His lightness, his smile, his sense of wonder. But stories, I begin, are only words, he says, nothing more. I turn, shocked. Leave me alone, his voice cracks. But leave, he shouts. I grab a book from the shelf and I slam the door behind me. The book from Grandfather's bedroom sits on the table. My hand traces the embossed letters. Inside, the characters drum their fingers, tap their feet, sigh with impatience. You can tell me your story soon, I tell them. You won't read anymore, but I'll set you free. When I was younger, Grandfather would read to me, sitting on his bed, his voice filled the room, his hand wafting in the air with the words, his voice lilting with emotion. When I grew too old for bedtime stories, still we would share books. Still we would talk, debate, enthuse about stories. Always stories. But not anymore. When Grandmother died, so did something in him. I miss him, I realise. I miss who he was. Okay, I'll leave it there. So yes, some of it is written in free verse, some of it is written in prose, and also there are haiku, which, I mean, the book is illustrated by the incredible Natsuko Seki, and on the haiku, it's got these wonderful brush strokes. So I'll read you a couple of the haiku. Our memories weigh heavy on our souls, like leaves on a dying tree. And let me find you another one. It is not an end until you have shone the lamp into every corner. The illustrations are just stunning. I'll share with you my favourite one. It's this one. See that? I remember writing that scene, and yeah, I had obviously no idea that it was going to be illustrated at that time, but that just sums it up perfectly. It's just the perfect illustration for that scene. The title comes from the Japanese proverb that if you make 1,000 paper cranes, your dream, your wish will come true. So Grandfather Ichiro makes the paper cranes throughout the story, and I'm not going to tell you any more about it because I don't want to spoil it for you. But I've been trying to make paper cranes. So you can see them on my shelves behind me. They started off pretty bad. The first one was just didn't work. The second one got a bit further, but no, you see, no. Orange one, yeah, it was getting a bit better by this point, but a bit messy. And then I was convinced that the green ones, it looks like a diplodocus. Nah. It took a while, but that one is, yes, I think that one, and if you can see it, the purple one there, are probably my favourite ones. The blue one is shockingly bad. It's just a scrunched up mess, but yeah. So, have a go yourself. I've decided over the lockdown to see how many I can make, and it is quite therapeutic. You have to be patient. So, yes, have a go yourself. There are instructions in the back of the book. It's really quite cool. There's some origami paper, and there are instructions too. There's also instructions on YouTube videos. I'm going to try and do my own, so keep a lookout on my YouTube channel. Need to get my head around it first, so hopefully it'll be done this week. But if you do, then send me a photo. You can either send it to my Facebook page, my Instagram, tag me on that, or Twitter. And let's see if we can make 1,000 paper cranes together. Yeah? Should we see if we can do that? Got a long way to go, but we've also got time, or some of us have. So I've got 23, so let's see what you guys can do. So anyway, thank you, and remember, Thursday. Keep reading, keep safe, and love to you all.